Welcome to the Rose Rundown, where I give the rundown on movies, TV, and celebrity. And today we are going to be reviewing Love is Blind UK. And let me just tell y'all, it was very hard getting through the first episode because I was kind of bored. So anyways, and then I'll do the other 2 episodes tomorrow. So just for once, I'd like to just throw this out there. I like to see people with all body types. Like, where we're going to see some bigger girls, some bigger guys. I'm just saying, like, I like to see everything. All by diversity. But anyways, we meet Emma and Matt Willis. Something about this show, we don't really see the host that much. That was kind of intriguing to me. And they are married to each other. So we all know how the show goes. If anybody doesn't know what Love is Blind is, let me tell you right now. It is a show on Netflix where they go into the pods, sight unseen. They can't see each other until somebody proposes to the other. And they engaged to be married. So then they go on their honeymoon, or sort of their honeymoon, before, they doing everything kind of backwards, you would say. Their honeymoon, and then they live together, and then at the end of the show, they stand at the altar and they decide that they want to get married or not. Okay, now we got that out of the way. We meet someone named Shirley. She's struggling to find someone who has the same goals as her. Then we meet Freddie. He's 32. He's a catch because he's a caring person, okay? And he's a funeral director. Now, that's a very sad job to have. You're dealing with grief and death all the day, every day. He's surrounded by that. And it has affected his dating and how he meets people as well. His love life has been dead for a while. And his mom wants grandchildren because he's like, okay, gotta get started. Y'all know how it is when you're in your 30s. And, you start hearing when are you having kids question? You having kids question. So he must have been starting to get those questions. So I personally love most of their accents, okay? So the two that were talking, they live in Jersey. For my UK subscribers and my watchers, because I know some of y'all watch me from the UK. Where is that? Can y'all tell me? Or I'll Google it. Catherine has an interesting laugh, okay? It was very... And we learned that Freddie has a brother who has Down syndrome, and Catherine teaches Down syndrome kids how to swim. I think that's wonderful. She has brought some rotten men home. She is 29. They look at her and they just see sex. I think some men just see a woman as a sex object that they want to have sex with. That's it. And she's tired of being judged by her cover. Then we meet Ollie. Ollie is hot and sexy. That's all I will say. He is 32 and he dates with his eyes. And, he can't get distracted now by their looks because of the wall. There's a wall between them. They can't see each other. I honestly have always wondered, because, your girl been watching Love is Blind since, season 1, the American version. And, I always wonder what they're writing in the notes. Is are they trying to remember the people so they don't get all messed up? Then we meet Demi. She is 30 years old. She plays football on a Sunday. And, she says she does kickboxing. I was like, dang. Everybody in this show like to stay fit, huh? Y'all all do kickboxing. And then Steven owns a CrossFit gym. And Sabrina likes to meditate. I don't really care for that. But anyways, I like Nicole. There's a few people that I like. The second episode helped me like more people, because the first episode I felt like was such a drag, which I will also begin a second episode review within this video. So I will put a timestamp if y'all want to just see the episode 2 review. And then the dude was talking about appearance. Yo, we ain't supposed to be talking about our appearance. And then from one Jasmine to another Jasmine, I think it was from one of the guys. I said run. Sam. Does Sam have F-boy tendencies? Nicole was married before and didn't work out. Nicole wants to explore an alternative way to find love. So she's found love the traditional way. Now she's using an alternative way, with the show. I would personally even sign up for this show, because you never know. Because, dating nowadays, that's a whole nother story. Dating nowadays is rough, okay? And then Benaya, interesting name. I'm pretty sure I might be saying his name wrong. He lives in Preston, okay? He's traveled abroad. So, technically he's homeless. He has, a remote job or something like that, he said. And, he house sits for people. And he doesn't live in the street. And she likes off-grid living. There's a show that y'all might like. It's Love Off the Grid. It's on Discovery and not Paramount. Max, y'all would love that. And we have a match here between Nicole and Benaya, perhaps, maybe. She does yoga outside. Girl, why did you have to mention that you're doing naked? That's weird. And Nicole really likes him. And Louis looks like somebody in the reality world, but the American kind. Was it Louis or Ollie? One of the guys looked like Apollo from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, that's who he looks like. Meanwhile, back in the girls' quarter, Sabrina meets Steven. Sabrina meets Steven, and she wants to have kids, that he wants to have his own kids, and I'm guessing Sabrina doesn't want to or something like that. So that conversation kind of ended sad. And Steven likes her. So she has some time to think about it. And she's like, okay, I'm 35 now. I try to have kids 3 years from now. I might not be able to, because I might not be able to conceive naturally. I mean, you never know. Miracles happen for women. There are women who have babies in their 40s. There's IVF. There's all that. And she's open to surrogacy or adoption. Her parents got divorced at 13. He wasn't around a lot. And he stopped having contact with her. And like, he just ceased all communication. How can you cease all communication with your own daughter? That's terrible. Sad. Sorry, Sabrina. Your dad sucks. Like, he sucks, okay? And then at 28, her mother had a conversation with her. And basically, the man who her mother was married to, that wasn't her dad. Her dad lives in Italy. Crazy. Crazy. And then Steven watched someone he loved fight for their life. I think it was probably like an ex-girlfriend or something. And like, basically she broke up with him and said that I need to like do this for myself, this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, Catherine fancies Ollie and Eddie, okay? Eddie and Catherine grandparents have the same names, and she's crying. I'm like, why are you crying? Y'all ain't related. Why are y'all crying? Okay. And then Ollie is very affectionate. She thinks he's sexy just by his voice. Like, oh goodness. And then Ollie likes Demi and Kat. And then we see Steven, right? Mind y'all, we're about to be at the end of episode 1. Steven gets down on one knee and proposes to Sabrina. But Sabrina has this long speech. Like, he's asking her to marry him, and she's saying this long speech. Now, let's hop on to episode 2. So in episode 2, we're right back where I just talked about, where Steven had just proposed to Sabrina, and she took the long-winded way of saying yes, and this man was on his knee the whole time. Like, could you have just said yes? I know his knee was hurting. His little knee was hurting, and she says yes, she will marry him. She never had a single doubt of her mind. I feel like they are the Cameron and Lauren of this season. I feel like they could be, because there's something there between those two. There is something there. And then Nicole, I feel like Nicole and Benaya, I don't know. Like, did y'all, whoever watched it, do y'all think that those two had a chemistry? I'm not really seeing it for myself. And then we meet Maria. She's Muslim and Moroccan. She lost her father shortly after the lockdown of COVID. And then we meet somebody named Natasha. This was kind of like when I was like in and out. I'm like, I'm trying to give the show a chance because, everybody's reviewing it and I need to hop on the wagon. So, yeah. And then I think that Ollie is going to go for Demi, and it's time for Steven and Sabrina to meet. I personally have very high hopes for those two. I think they'll just be fine. They kiss. They look happy to see each other. And yeah. And, we probably won't see them again until everybody goes on their little honeymoons. Let me see. And he said, this time, go for a shorter answer. So he got on his knee again and asked her to marry him. And she said yes a little quicker this time. Good, because you heard that man's knee. Okay, and he's everything she could ever wanted. And she's smiling from ear to ear. Like, I can't take it. But the kissing sound like, can y'all stop doing that? Like, can we die? I hate when people kiss like that. Like, I try not to even kiss like that. Like I don't like hearing the noise of kissing. I don't know. I might sound like a weirdo right now, but I cannot stand hearing the noise of kissing, okay? And Steven feels incredible. She kept thinking that he was bald. Like, he was giving, like, bald energy. Like, he didn't have no hair, but he had hair. And then, Bobby and Jasmine are talking. Bobby mentions that he lost a couple people. Didn't really hear the whole story. And Jasmine decides to cut things off with Sam. So she's only in the room with him for like 30 seconds. Sam was like, okay. And then, like, Sam, when he walked out, he dropped his wine glass. I'm like, have mercy, man. Have mercy. Sam was really mad. And one of the guys gave him a hug, okay? And then it's like Ollie's birthday. He just turned 33 with his fine little self. I'm just kidding. And Demi is so sweet. She made like, they put balloons in his little pod. She made a cake for him and a card and put it in his room. I personally like Ollie and Demi together. I could see those two getting a proposal in episode 3, if I'm being honest with y'all. And he loves it. And meanwhile, Catherine breaks it off with Ollie because she sees how much Demi likes him, and she doesn't want to get in the way. She decides to be the bigger person and go with her other connection. Bobby proposes to Jasmine. She says yes, and Sam's like, you know what? I'm gonna get back out there and find me somebody else. So he's talking to Nicole, and then after that, Benaya comes in the room in the pod and tells Nicole that he doesn't want to see her get hurt. And Benaya knows about the connection that she has with Sam, and he's having a hard time getting out what he has to say. And then, of course, the episode ends on a cliffhanger, basically saying Sam isn't there for genuine reasons. So if y'all want to see what happens next, I'll try to get another review out today, or if not today, well, no, another review out tomorrow, because your girl still has to go live. And I was thinking of reviewing the Braxtons. I do not know that that review video will be out today or tomorrow. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Girl on the road to early access. I only got 1,100 watch hours to go. What? Well, 1,102. So I'm happy about that. Your girl's been at this for a while. Years. Finally. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.